group called BRIL.
Danny, I've got some questions for you. This is a BRIL Live session, so I want to welcome you to my BRIL Live session today from London. Yeah. Quickly before I start though, Danny, how did your battle go on Saturday? How are you feeling?
I feel good because Kid Chaos is a super dangerous opponent. His pen is, and my goal was just to win, was to beat him. I was just trying to beat him and just kind of just use my experience, just show him that I'm more polished in much every aspect, and I think I showed that.
Definitely. That the toys bar. He said, I gave him all the toys. That was crazy.
It's right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Right, before we get into this BRIL Live session, quickly, can you just let our followers know what the Gems tournament is about?
Undiscovered Gems is a tournament that I give an opportunity for anybody to showcase their battle rap skills. So it's mainly for people who never battled before. It's people that never was in a league or maybe they did it one time, but it's for just the average day. I mean the everyday man or woman to just get in, and I'll match them up with somebody, and we're gonna do the battles live tonight on my YouTube channel, and try to find some hidden talent. You never know. Sometimes people just need an opportunity. That's all they need is a shot to showcase what they can do. Because I'm pretty sure there are people at home and they watch battles and they be like, I'm better than that guy. I could beat him. Man, I'm better than that. But they don't know how to get in. Yeah, they have no way in.
Yeah.
So I'm just giving an opportunity for those type of people to get in the battle rap game.
That's big respect for that, because I find a new talent.
Real quick, the winner of my last season's winner, his name was Beeman out of North Carolina. He won, and now he's about to be battling Nun April 20th in South Carolina. So shout out. Like, yeah, he's battling Nun like in his debut type of shit.
Crazy.
Oh, it's dope.
Danny, you might find someone that's going to take your bar god chain. Yeah, you never know.
I don't care where they from. Hey, London, Africa, I don't care where they from. Just jump in. I'll have more details coming soon, but round one starts tonight. So into my YouTube channel.
I definitely want to tune into that. But that kind of leads me to my first question for today, right? So you got classics with like Mr. Mills, Rum Nitty, A-Verb. The list is countless. Right. But I want to talk about how you started, like your battle rap journey. How did Danny Myers start his battle rap journey? Where did it all begin?
Started in LA. Like I said, I grew up in South Central, and I just from a family of gangbangers. LA, even still today, it was just kind of like, it was gangs, so I think battle rapping was a way to kind of keep me away from joining gangs. I wanted to do something creative and fun, and even though battle rapping was dangerous, it was more dangerous back then. Because
in what way dangerous?
Because there were no leagues, there was no rules, there wasn't no security. So you might say something to somebody and it pissed them off, and now you're fighting, or his crew is fighting your crew. Guns come out. I've had guns put on me in Kentucky. It all started in LA though. I think I was just listening to like LL Cool J and Big Daddy Kane and Rakim, and they always were stressing the importance of just being the best. And it was always braggadocio rap back then. It was like, yo, I'm the best. You guys are, you sucker MCs. So it's really started from the 80s. And that just kind of influenced me to want to rap.
So what was your first ever battle, like off camera even? Like, what was your first battle? Can you think back?
Damn, god damn, who the fuck?
You know what? On
What was my first battle? Cause I know I started middle school, so it had to be some kid from middle school who thought he was dope and he wasn't. And then once I got to high school, Crenshaw High, that's when it really became real serious because the competition at high school was serious. So shout out to the Lost Generation and Noise and Benji and the dude Jesus. I battled a Hispanic kid named, his name was Jesus, but they called him Jesus. And
So,
that's
like,
probably the first battle I lost.
You lost that battle?
Yeah, because he rapped in Spanish, and at that time nobody had ever heard nobody rap in Spanish. And so he rapped in Spanish, and the whole school went crazy. And then they was like, "Oh, you got killed." I said, "Y'all niggas don't even know what he said." Like,
yeah.
And I lost. Yeah.
So what was your like first battle on camera then, or on the league?
First battle on camera might have been me versus B Sim, which you can find on YouTube now.
Let me look it up now.
Maybe me and B Sim or me and Hayes. You can watch me and Hayes. I battled Hayes in his front yard. I battled B Sim on the street corner in Louisville, Kentucky.
Do that now. Hayes, Danny Myers. Wow. Please, Danny Myers, Louisville, yeah? Louisville.
Yeah.
Wow, I have to watch that. Did you get smoked?
Doing this before, like we didn't. It wasn't no YouTube when I was battle rapping. You know, like it wasn't really no internet. Like for real. Like I'm old, man. Listen, I'm 40. I'm 41 now. I've been doing it 12 years old. So back then,
12 years old.
Huh?
12 years old. You started.
12, yeah, 12.
So when you started back then, was it like freestyle, just off the head? You wasn't like writing shit down back then.
It was both.
Oh, okay.
Back then, we were able to write like 5 or 6 rounds that we memorized, and we would just rap the same rounds to different people because this was pre-camera days. This was before the camera, so there was no way. So no one could say, "Oh, I saw you say that before." You know, nowadays you can only say it one time. You know what I mean? And if you get caught doing it again, they say you're recycling. But back then, we all recycle. With me, all the old guys, Mook, Lux, Head Ice, T-Rex, Arsenal, you ask any one of them, and they'll tell you that they all had about 10 rhymes that they knew in their head, and they would just battle all over the city saying the same raps over and over.
And if Twerk does it once, he gets he gets it on Twitter.
Yeah, but that's where it kind of started back in Los Angeles, just straight from school and the street corners and house parties and things of that nature.
So was your battle rap name always Danny Myers? Because that's a boring name. What's your battle rap name?
Well, okay. So I think I went by D Flow because my name is Danny. That's my actual name. So Danny Myers is the reason why I went with that. My regular name is because every time I had a rap name, it was either a dumb name or somebody else had it, and I never wanted to be confused with a whack nigga. So I went by Madness. I went by Raw Footage. I went by Absolute. I went by D Flow, and I went by
D Flow. D Flow.
No. My name was What
was it?
My name was Spontaneous Combustion. Yo, my rap name. I know, right? Yeah, it was. But see, back then, those little creative names were allowed. Like back in the 90s. Like
Spontaneous Combustion.
My name was Spontaneous Combustion, and so that was horrible. And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna go by my regular name. You know,
Right. Right.
I don't need no rap name.
Okay, okay. All right. So I want to fast forward to today, yeah? Bar God. By the way, where did that start? When did Bar God start? Was it, what year was that?
2012, 2013, a guy by the name of Nugent. Matthew Nugent said, "Hey, you're like a bar guy," and I was like, you know what? That's right. I
I
am
like-
a bar guy. So shout out to him on Twitter. He named me Bar God, and I just been Bar God ever since.
Right. So I want to take it to today now. Where you at today, Danny Myers? So I've got two questions. So first, Chilla Jones tweeted recently that you're currently the champion of the year as it
Right,
stands right now, right? And
right.
Mickey Facts tweeted yesterday that you should sit till about May or June because your momentum is sky high right now. So the first question, champion of the year, what do you think about that? Are you in the running?
Right.
Do you take that serious? What do you think
I'm in
about
the
the
running
champion?
every year. I think. Well, ever since J Black started it, I definitely want. I've always been in the top names of champion of the year, and I felt
Right.
like I should have won it a couple times, and then I have a battle where I stumble, I choke, and
Mm.
then once that happened, once I stumble or choke, then the whole champion of the year thing just kind of goes out the window. But I think a choke should not overshadow a whole year of consistency. You know what I mean? That's like
Yeah.
right now. Let's say I'm at where I'm at right now, and then I have
Mm.
3 more crazy battles, and then December I choke and lose.
Mm.
I don't think that should like automatically just disqualify me from being able to win champion of the year if I go like 8-1.
The thing is, it shouldn't. But you know what fans are like on Twitter, especially the new battle rap fans. One little slip, they forget everything what you've
Oh
done.
yeah, that's how it is.
That's
That's
how
how
it
it
is.
is. So I see what Mickey Fax is saying. Like, hey, just you're in such a lead right now to where all you got to do is just sit back until Nome, Summer Madness, and
Mm.
maybe finish it out real strong. Maybe at Volume 8 in December. So for
You
me,
agree?
that's the game plan.
You agree with that game plan to sit out for a bit?
Yeah, I agree. I do agree. Because at this point, there's not too many more names that I could do that make sense outside of Rock, T Top, Mook, Lux, DAYLYT.
I'm gonna get into that. I've got a
Sure.
question. Don't. I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna get into that. But so remember when JC had the Lux run, and people were saying, I think it was after the Rum Nitty battle, he should have sat down for a little bit.
Right.
All right.
And
So
then he
your
battled like T Top and
work,
a few other people and took some losses.
yeah,
And
and it just
that knocked him out of the
right,
Lux.
the Lux conversation. Yeah. So where you at right now today? Like everyone's talking about Danny, how it should be. If you take a battle next month against, I don't know, let's say a name, I don't know, any name, you stumble in the third round. What I'm saying,
Then it
do
knocks
you?
me down.
It shouldn't, but it does. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I understand what I agree with it because obviously I'm a big fan of yourself. And even if you wait, the momentum for you to battle, the fans will be waiting for you to battle even more.
I know. That's how this shit works.
It
It's
works,
crazy.
man.
It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that though.
I know. But that's how it is.
I need that Battle Rappers Life hoodie right there. You need to mail it to me.
I'll send you. We'll get you one sent. We'll get you a new one sent. Don't worry. Wear it in the battle.
I got I got you.
Love. So you battled like Drugs, Don Marino, Arsenal, Kid Chaos this year. Who else have you battled this year?
And Beatrice in on the niggas versus bitches card.
Who are you using that card, right?
Yeah, so yeah. So I got like 5 battles so far this year.
Okay. So what's
And
been your
it's only the 3rd month. It's only the beginning
of
of
March?
March. So I've been putting in work every 2 weeks.
Like, how much time do you need to prep for a battle?
7 days.
7 days.
Yeah. So if you give me a week and then I'm ready.
Crazy.
Because that's pretty much how I've been prepping. I've been prepping the week before. So even though I'll have 14 days, I actually just sit and chill for 7 days and just let my mind rest.
Right.
And then when it's the weekend before the battle, I write my rounds and memorize them, and then I'm ready to go the next week.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. All right, so I've got an interesting question for you. Like, all right, if you could only battle one of the two battlers, just one, you can't battle the other one, all right? Who are you going to battle, DAYLYT or Lux?
My wife asked me that last night on my live, and I said it has to be Lux because of just the aura of it. I think, honestly, in my personal opinion, I think DAYLYT would be a little bit more of a lyrical challenge for me. I do think DAYLYT would be tougher, but battling and beating Lux would mean more in the long run.
No. Right.
Because me and DAYLYT, we both from the West, we both from LA, and I don't know if it matters as much. You know what I'm saying?
It doesn't matter for the West Coast. For the West Coast.
Here's the thing. If I beat DAYLYT, people are still going to say, well, can you beat Lux? See what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
But if I beat Lux, I don't think it would matter that much if I were to battle DAYLYT. I think
Right.
everybody looks at Lux as the last level, even DAYLYT.
Yeah.
DAYLYT, Iron Solomon, Rum Nitty, they all kind of look at Lux as the last guy.
He's Bison. He's the boss. He's the final boss.
In terms of the pen, Mook probably is he's probably the last bad guy for real, but in terms of just the lyrical ability, Lux is like that guy. I don't think I know I could beat him. I'll just say that. I know I could beat Lux. Because for one, Lux not gonna be able to come and give you battles every 2 weeks, and they all be crazy.
Right.
So I know just his conditioning isn't where mine is. Lux is gonna take months and months and months and months, and then when he do show up, you be like, yeah, that was cool.
Right.
Because you watched him versus Surf, and you didn't feel like that was the best thing you ever heard in your life.
No.
You know what I'm saying? You watched him versus Arsenal, and you didn't feel like those were the best rhymes you ever heard in your life. You watched him versus Murder Mook on Total Slaughter, and you didn't think, oh, this is the best rhymes I ever heard in the world.
No.
So they got him at this level, but in reality, he's not like that. Even when you watch him versus Verb, he got moments.
He had moments.
His second round was dope. He had some moments here and there. But overall, you didn't walk away from Lux versus Verb and feel like Lux was the best writer you ever heard in your life.
No. I feel like he peaked against Calico and Hollow around that time. Calico Hollow time. After Calico, he was there, like he was a god after Calico.
Yeah.
And Hollow, he kind of maintained it. But yeah, as you're right, as you said, Verb battle, Arsenal, Surf, he hasn't been the wow, the Lux is a god. He hasn't been at that level. So you think you could beat him?
Absolutely. I'm gonna have more bars in my first round than he's gonna have the whole 3 rounds because the way he's building up these stories and these narratives. I would like to get the Lux that battled Miles.
That's
or the Lux that did the Hot 97 freestyle. You know how he's rapping like that?
I was in the areas.
Yeah, we need that. We don't never really see that Lux on the stage. He's got a snippet. He's got a snippet of a diss track, right?
Yeah.
He's got a snippet, and in that snippet, he's going crazy. And he's reminding people, I'm nice. You know what I'm saying? But once again, when he gets in the actual battle, he don't be rapping like that. He gave you 16 bars of Gray Hoodie in the Loaded Hollows battle. Chess and K-Rock stands in front of Chess, puts on the Gray Hoodie. He goes into a 16-bar sequence, and he's rapping the way we want him to rap the whole battle.
The whole battle, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we at least give us a round and a half of that.
Lux.
You know, and then I can say, yeah, we might need to stay away from this guy. You
So
know,
if he did that against Danny Myers, would Lux win?
but then but because I know that could happen, he's gonna get a Danny Myers that nobody's ever seen. He's gonna get a real. Come on,
Scared.
man. Put it like this: like my 3 rounds versus B Dot are really better than a lot of shit Lux has done his last 4 or 5 battles. Like, and this is not me hating on Lux but realistically, if we take my material from B Dot battle or my material from the quantum physics battle, where I did the whole time travel sequence and I set up something in the first round and it time traveled and did. Man, listen, I'm doing shit that has never been done in battles.
What did you say? The
Who am I versus drugs? And
they might because the continuum.
Space-time continuum versus space. I got bars that you don't see Lux doing this shit, bro. And here's the thing, I'm doing this shit every 2 weeks.
Right.
That's why I be saying, like, y'all keep talking about Lux is this, Lux that, Lux this, Lux that. But I am really the GOAT of this shit. And the only way to really prove it is to go in there and beat Lux, beat DAYLYT, beat Iron Solomon, all the other writers. Every time they give me a writer, I 3-0 them. You know, they say, hell, Kid Chaos is the best. I'm like, okay, bring him here. You know, Jonai, he's the new thing. And I was like, okay, go get him. You know, St. Mike, his pen is crazy. Okay, get him. Quantum physics is this. Okay, go get him. Chilla Jones is go get him. And look what I do every time to one of these writers. So when you give me Loaded Lux is going to get the same treatment. Or worse, he's going to get worse, actually.
Danny, who do you think you need to beat to get to Lux? So I think
feel like Lux need to beat some people to get to me. You know, like, I'm like, listen, my work ethic, how many battles Lux got total? Like 13, 14?
Max 12, 13.
And one of those is a 2-on-2. Bro, I probably did 21 battles last year alone.
Nuke 3 times.
I probably did 21 battles last year alone. My work ethic. So when you say, what do I got to do to get to Lux? It's like, what more do I got to do?
Right.
Like, niggas is at 100 battles, and we still got to work our way up. Like, nah, niggas got to stop that shit. Lux need to come down and be human. Lux need to come and battle in the small rooms with the fighters, such as Lux versus Chilla, Lux versus Danny, Lux versus JC, Lux versus DAYLYT in a small room. Let him put some work in. Yeah.
I don't think he's had like a small room battle where he's been put under pressure since. When was his last small room battle? Miles.
Right. Yeah. Small room.
Yeah, small room.
Well, I mean, him and Surf was small room, I guess, but
I mean, like Black Star kind of thing, like
right.
Volume.
Right.
Okay, interesting. I've got one final question for you, Danny, before we go. I don't want to keep you too long. I know you're busy. Quickly, UK battle rap. What's your thoughts on UK battle rap, or are you not tuned into that at all? What's your initial thoughts on it?
I'm tuned in for one. I'm tuned in, and I will say that I always wanted to go to London and battle
Soul.
Yeah, I want to battle Soul, and also I'm not sure where Shocks. I'm not sure where Shocks the Rebel is from.
Shocks the Rebel, right?
I know he wants smoke too, and I want to fade him too, and I definitely want to make my debut in the UK. You know, I gotta come. I gotta come.
You have to. You know what? Before Summer Madness 8, I did a blog on our BRIL channel saying I had 5 names I want to come to London, and you were in the 5. I swear to God.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank
You
you.
got a lot of fans in London. I swear to God. So, like, you have to be out there one day. I swear.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. What do you think about Shorty Horror or Gemini?
Oh, you know, do you think? Oh yeah. Gemini, Shotty Aura, Tony D. Where's
Tony.
Sensa from? Where's Sensa from?
Sense. I'm not sure what part of England. He's not. I don't think he's from London.
Oh, he's not from. He's not. Okay,
I
he's not from.
can check that. But he's been sitting for about a couple of years as well, Sensor.
What about where's DAYLYT from?
DAYLYT's from a place, Leeds. It's near Manchester. It's like north of England.
I know me and DAYLYT were actually scheduled to battle. And I think our schedule, we was gonna battle on, I think, World Domination on King of the Dot. But anyway, there's a few names out your way that I definitely would like to get in the ring with and test my style against that particular style, because that's another style of rap. But it's not really so much a different style, but just in terms of the accents and the ideologies, the way they approach battles.
Right.
I think it presents a different type of challenge for me, and I would enjoy. I think I would have a whole lot of fun doing, battling out there.
Danny,
And the crowd, y'all crowd is so fucking live.
did you see some of Madness 8 crowd? The SM8 crowd.
I know, like y'all crowd make a nigga feel like he a rock star, man.
Payrock said that was the best crowd he's been in front. I was in the crowd as well. We were different. It's a different energy.
Y'all energy is. I could see it through the screen. I've been there, but just seeing it and watching all those battles over the years, y'all crowd is probably the best. You know what I'm saying? Like, real talk.
Yeah. You gotta get out here, Danny. I'm gonna tag them.
Have me through, like.
You have 5 hands. You need 5 hands.
Your throw my hat and go Super Saiyan bar guy, and
the energy.
I'm gonna just jump in the crowd and crowd surf and all that shit.
Don't do that in London.
Don't rob me.
No, don't take your hat.
They can have it. Nah, but salute, man, salute.
Yeah, I'll make sure. I'm gonna tag like Shotty in this. I'll make sure they see this, so they'll probably DM you after this.
Tell Shotty I said was popping. Like, what's up? Tell Shotty I said come outside.
Oh, Shotty.
Shotty, look, he got his own league, right?
Premier Battles.
He can book me. He can book me versus him.
Danny versus Shotty. Oh, that could get.
Let's do it. I love Shotty versus DAYLYT. One of my favorite battles that I ever saw.
Right.
He's amazing. But I'm gonna show up and show him what the talk is about.
Oh God, Shotty. All right, Danny, thank you for coming on the BRIL Talk. That's love.
Oh, absolutely, man. Send me that hoodie, man. I'll text you the address.
Text me the address. I'll get you a new one. Don't worry. I'm gonna get you a fresh one. I'll get a fresh. But love for coming on, Danny.
Just throw it and rewind. The poetry's refined, going in fine. Every time you get a loaded line, a Corona gets a line.